you're an executive who's already training, whether it's doing workouts, it's doing cardio, it's doing high intensity, jumping around at Barry's Bootcamp, Orange Theory, F45, but you still have a belly, then this video is for you. I'm Nicole Shah, founder of Fit Exec Life, and in this video, I'm gonna go through the 3 biggest areas where men make mistakes, especially when it comes back down to getting rid of that midsection and keep creating that flat stomach. And so the first thing, what I realized is men are playing in the wrong game completely. So the focus is on, well, the output is high stress. Get a different pen. Is high stress on the body, pain on the joints, and then also recovery is low. So especially when it comes down to HIIT classes. So quick backstory. Before, like 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I was the first guy that would always go to the newest HIIT class. So whether it was Tabata, whether it was boxercise, whether it was different types of circuit training. I remember the first time at Fitness First when they had this special class, you tie your heart rate monitor, you could see yourself on the screen. I was there at that gym because it was new and I wanted to get my heart rate up, right, to the 90%. that was what I wanted to do because I thought that was going to get me trim. But that was false. That was false. I was focusing on the wrong things. And so this was what happened, was that I was not recovering fast enough. I was overtraining. I was probably putting too much stress on the joints, and it was high stress on the body. So this is the first thing. So the wrong game. The second thing is focusing on the wrong levers. So which levers to be pulling? Well, I remember it was focusing on calories. Secondly, I was focusing on sweat. And then also I was focusing on heart rate. I thought to myself, okay, every time I'm on the treadmill, as long as I can burn 500 calories, I'm gonna get that flat stomach. Or every time I'd go to that class, I'd make sure I was dripping in sweat. The sweatier I was, the more accomplished I felt. I thought sweat was a direct correlation to results. Newsflash, it's not. Heart rate. Every time I went to the class, I saw, 90% class, there's an 80% class, 70. I was like, no, I want to go for the highest one, 90%. And I'd see my heart rate at like literally 190 and thinking, yeah, that's going to get me the results. And I bought into it because I was at the gym. I thought everything I do at the gym is going to help me get the physique which I wanted. But this was wrong. And ultimately, I had the wrong identity. What I was doing was focusing on grinding results. It was focusing on hurting the body more than it was doing any good, and also it was focused on intensity. So instead of this, here's the 3 things to be focusing on. So instead of grinding, doing more and more exercise, the body only needs to be doing certain things to get the results. So it's about being much more strategic. The 80-20 rule, 80% of the results will come from 20% of the efforts. Instead of doing too much, just doing what needs to happen and letting those results compound. So getting stronger each time at the gym. This is going to then help you with you maintaining that metabolism. And then also with intensity, instead of just going for high heart rate, sweating, calories, instead of that, as in leveraging. So leveraging the right exercises, in the right order, the right tempo, the right rep ranges. So that's what you want to be doing. And so when it comes to it, full body exercises, so things like bench press, pull-ups or pull-downs, deadlift, hip thrust, squats, leg press, focusing on the compound movements, so multi-muscle movements, and then also focusing on tempo. And this was a big one for me, always being able to, any moment of the exercise, if I say stop, I should be able to stop where I am. Otherwise, gravity is doing the hard work, and I'm not getting the most benefit from the exercise. So generally, I do if it was a push exercise, it would be 1 second push, 3 seconds down. And from the moment that my trainer, my coach, had told me that, I literally just could see everybody just jumping around like their weights. And so that's what's the most important thing, control. So just to summarize this one up, if you're the guy that goes to the gym, the aim is to just burn calories, sweat, get a high heart rate, that's the wrong game to be in. What we want is to be strategic, focusing on compounding results, leveraging the right exercises, full body movements, and then also tempo.